Now we will discuss income determination of the economy with three sectors. We will add the role of the government. So that means the aggregate demand now is equal to C plus I plus G. And we assume that G or government spending is also fixed, just like the investment spending. So we will define first disposable income. We denote that as Y sub D or YD. Disposable income is an income after paying the household's obligations to the government, such as taxes. Thus, disposable income is an income after tax payments. Mathematically, disposable income or YD is equal to Y plus TR minus TA, or YD is equal to Y plus transfer payments minus taxes. Transfer payments, these are programs from the government that can be added to the income of the household. For example, in the Philippines, we have the conditional cash transfers, or it is commonly called as 4Ps program. Another example is the pensions that the elderly receive, or the unemployment benefits. So these are government programs that can be added to the income of the households. And taxes, of course, it has a negative effect to the income of the household. So that's why it is negative PA. Taxes can either be lump sum or proportional tax. So we denote lump sum tax as T bar, and proportional tax, it is a tax that is dependent on the level of income of the household. Okay, example. Assume that G is equal to G bar, which is equal to 30. What is the equilibrium level of output? And suppose G bar changes by 20, what is the new equilibrium? Okay, so we will solve the equilibrium level of income in this type of economy. Okay, so we will use the same values for C and I. We let Y is equal to C plus I plus G, then substitute the three variables. So this will become Y is equal to 50 plus 0.8Y plus 20 plus 30. Then combine similar terms and factor out Y, then do the rest of the math. So the equilibrium level of income in the economy with three sectors is now equal to 500. Suppose G bar changes by 20. What is the new equilibrium? You can try to solve that one on your own. Again, if G bar changes by 20, what is the new equilibrium? That means the government spending increases by 20. So 30 plus 20, so the new government spending is now 50. Now we have a case where transfer payments is equal to 25 and taxes is 0. What is the equilibrium level of income? So again, solving for Y. So Y is equal to C plus I plus G. Then substitute all the variables. Then do the math. So if there is transfer payments, then the equilibrium output or the equilibrium income is 600. Now we will have a case where transfer payment is equal to 25 and lump sum tax is 20. Using the same given for C, I, and G. Then what is the equilibrium level of output in this case? So again, Y is equal to C plus I plus G. So that is our starting point. Then substitute C, substitute I, and G. And again, don't forget, instead of Y, we have now a the disposable Y or disposable income. So in this case, the equilibrium level of output is 520. Unlike in the previous case where lump sum tax or taxes are zero, the equilibrium level of income in this situation is lower because of the tax. Tax has a negative effect on the income of the consumer or the economy as a whole. What about in this case? Transfer payment is 0 and lump sum tax is 20. What is the equilibrium level of income? Try solving this case. Income taxes and the multiplier. Income taxes are also called the automatic stabilizers. An automatic stabilizer is any mechanism in the economy that automatically reduces the amount by which output changes in response to a change in autonomous demand. Diba kanina, we've learned that an increase in autonomous spending, such as the C bar, I bar, or G bar, will also increase the equilibrium output, right? But increasing the taxes will also lead to a decrease in output. Thus, in overall, equilibrium output reduces. So that is why income tax is called the automatic stabilizer. Another automatic stabilizer is the tax multiplier. The tax multiplier is equal to this equation. We denote tax multiplier as alpha sub t, which is equal to 1 over 1 minus c times the quantity of 1 minus t. So how this tax multiplier is derived? So here, we use the proportional tax or tax that is dependent on the level of income. So I want to show you the derivation of the tax multiplier. There's no need for me to elaborate the process on how it is derived, but actually by looking at it, you can see that the multiplier is taken from the equation of the equilibrium income. So this one, that's the tax multiplier. So from the equation of the equilibrium income, then we can identify the tax multiplier. We have also the term budget surplus and budget deficit. The government may either incur a budget surplus or a budget deficit. Budget surplus occurs if government's total revenue in the form of taxes exceeds its total spending, while budget deficit if spending is greater than the revenue collected. These are the equations for the budget surplus and the budget deficit.